A massive, massive game here to start the day on USA. So glad you're with us today. Welcome in studio. Ahmed Fareed here with the two Robbies, Robbie Earle and Robbie Mustoe. So let's start with this one. The two teams at the bottom of the table, kind of in similar situations. You got Ruben Selles, who found out yesterday he will be the man in charge from now until the end of the season. Has been around the team, though. It's a different situation for Leeds and Javi Gracia, new blood coming into the club there. So let's just start there. And your thoughts on naming Gracia the manager, the head coach of that team. Was it the right choice for them?
It was this moment in time for what they need, yes. I mean, we know he was not the first or the second choice for Leeds United. They've had 3 games under an interim coach that didn't go particularly well, so this was desperately needed. And it's a good choice. He knows the league well. He did a really good job, for the most part, at Watford Football Club in a similar situation. 2 mid-table finishes. He got Watford to an FA Cup final, which is rare for a club like Watford, who did a really good job there. And given the situation now, given the league, and with the fight against relegation at this sort of club, I think Gracia is a good appointment.
Where might we see the biggest changes with Leeds? What effect does it have?
I think going into the building, and you say it's a new voice, I think the first thing is to take any anxiety, any fear, any uncertainty away from the players. Let them play free. He's only had probably a few days in the football club, so it'll be more conversations than coaching. It's more positivity. This is a team who've not won in the last 10 Premier League games. And I'll also point to Leeds being at home. At Ellen Road, we've been there with a full house. It's emotive, it's supportive. They love their football team. They've got to start to turn that into a fortress and get points. 1 win in their last 9 at home is not good enough, and he'll have to turn that around if Leeds are going to stay in the Premier League.
What Max Verber's just said there about we've had lots of meetings, we have a plan. And I got to think, Rob, that plan is to stop the counter-attacking goals, because they've scored goals themselves going forward. They've got that. They've brought in new talent as well. It's just you've got to find a way to be stronger defensively.
You agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. And if the tweak can be right on the defensive side, we know with Leeds, their build-up playing, their attacking play is good enough to keep them in the league.
Do you think, when we talk about it all the time, a new manager bump, do you think that this team, with the players that they have in place, with Gracia's philosophy coming in here, can they achieve that? Can they maybe get out of the bottom 3 here?
Yep, they both can. This is a huge game for both of these football clubs. Given the situation right now, I mean, with the new managers, you always hope that there's a bit of an improvement, there's a little bit of tweak in the game plan situation. And it's similar for Southampton as well, and with Ruben Selles being appointed there, somebody that talks a great game, the players love him, so it's going to be interesting, Rob, to see how he does.
It's interesting with him, though, Rob, that it's not a new voice, is it? It's not like a new voice come in, you don't know what's exactly going to happen. He's been assistant for a year with Hassan Earle. All the noise coming out of Southampton is positive. The players love him. Training's good. There's been a pick-up. They got a brilliant win last week away at Chelsea that buys everybody into what he's going to do. And again, if he can put a little run together, including the win here today at Leeds, all of a sudden Southampton have some momentum and can start thinking about getting out.
Yeah, what do you think of that decision to see what they have here with Ruben Selles?
Well, I think it's a good decision, and we saw it. It was really interesting at the end of last game at Stamford Bridge. Of course, Southampton go over to their own fans and look at the players around this guy. And he said he wants the job. He's very popular. Look at the hugs here, and this means something. And I think for the players to point at him, to point at the fans, basically to say, we want this guy, was a strong factor in him getting the job to the end of the season. It's just that, you know, the relationship there, Rob, we're looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, I recognise that. That's an assistant coach with his players. The assistant is so often the guys that we all like, because the manager's the mean guy that drops you or has the hard words, and the assistant picks you all up. That's the relationship right now, but that is going to have to change.
The assistant is your best buddy. He puts his arm around you, tells you all the good things you want to hear when the manager might be having a go at you. But once you change seats, once you go into that office and you walk in the dressing room now as a manager, something changes. It's different. The boss is in, the guy who makes the biggest calls on the football club. And so that's going to be really interesting if Selles can continue to have the relationship he had as an assistant, but be the boss sitting in the big chair.
Do you think this is a good way for both of these managers to start with a game like this? You're not easing into it. This is almost a must-win game at this point in the season.
Probably not, Ahmed. Really? Probably not. I think you want a little bit more time to groove your way of playing, ready for a game like this. This is such a huge game, bottom of the league table with the 3 points, of course. You take points away from the others. You know, Selles has been charged with rescuing the club. He has to rescue the club because they made a ton of bad decisions, super young squad. You know, the whole manager situation was an awful pick in Jones before him. So Sorry,
Well, that said, Rob, what's great about him now, there's a confidence about him, isn't he? He wanted the job. He said he's the best man for the job. He's got a bit of the Jose Mourinho's in him, like, not afraid to tell you how good he could be. We'll find out today.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. For even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you over there.